UFC 317 main card predictions. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Starting with the first fight of the night, Felipe Lima versus Peyton Talbot. Peyton Talbot is probably he's gonna press. He's gonna be the aggressor. He's gonna look for a ground and pound TKO. He's going to look for a flat out knockout. I mean, this guy's got power in his hands. He's not afraid to exchange. He's not afraid to bang. Coming off a loss, I expect him to be hungry, looking for a win, getting himself in a good position. For Lima, this is his third fight in the UFC. Previous two, I think, went to the third round. I think he'll look to get maybe some kicks in, some calf kicks, sort of slow down Talbot a little bit, get some damage on that leg, weather the storm, because Payton is going to be aggressive. He's going to release. He's going to be calculated. Lima's got to be calculated when he's going to exchange, right? He can't sit in the pocket with this guy. I don't think so. So using kicks to control the range, I think will help him a lot. If the power from Payton becomes too much, he'll probably look to clinch, look for a submission. But I think he will succeed, and I'm going with Lima to win by submission in the third round. Jump to the second fight of the night, Moicano versus Dariush. You know, I haven't been impressed with Belio recently against Arman or Charles. Obviously those guys are clearly ahead of him, but I think Dariush should probably start thinking about his future, his health, his family, all that good stuff. He's a tough fighter. He's got lots of heart. He's physical. You know, he's a well-rounded guy, right? But I think he's sort of middle of the pack at this point, and I think he's going to rely on his physicality, get some takedowns, just be heavy, control. He hasn't had a TKO or anything like that since 2020. In Moicano, the last time we saw him, he stepped up on short notice, fought the champ. Hats off to him, but Islam was miles ahead of him, right? He was just out of his league at that point. No disrespect. But before that, if you look at his history, he had a little bit of a winning streak going, and I think he's going to lead with the stand-up. I don't believe he's afraid of Dariush's power. So I'm guessing he's going to try to exchange with him. I don't think he's afraid of going to the ground. I think Moicano wins by decision in the third. Going to the third fight of the night, Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. Is it weird for this one? I think this one is more of a toss-up between the two. I don't like that Van has had short prep time. I think he fought like 2 weeks ago, a 3-round fight. But maybe it helps him, right? He's in form, he's in shape. I don't think he's ready to make that jump to the top dogs of the division. I think it's a big jump. Not that he can't get there. I just believe that experience is going to be a factor. I think Royval is going to be able to handle Van, not read him necessarily, but just be able to rely on the experience. I mean, his most recent loss was to the champ, really. So I think Brandon will control it. I think he'll get the pace, the distance. He's not afraid to go to the ground. He's not afraid to exchange. I think he'll just be able to dissect Van a little bit, get up on the scorecard, and then kind of cruise. So I'll give me Brandon Royval in a decision win. Co-main event, Alejandro Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. I haven't been impressed with Kai. I'm sorry. He's 4-3 in his last 7, and to me, he hasn't really popped. He's lost to the top guys, you could say, right? And he's beaten the ones that he should, which is what he should do, right? But I see the talent and I see the flashes of power, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't see it. You know, I know he's not going to go backwards. I know he's going to press the fight. He's going to be an aggressor. He's not going to be afraid to bang with Pantoja. You know, he's going to look for that KO. You know, he'll have his moments of success. I do. I think he'll have moments of success. I think he'll have Pantoja in trouble a couple times in this fight. I just don't think it'll be enough. I just don't ever see that next level with him. And maybe it's today, right? Maybe it's today. But I'm looking at the champ, and he's running through the division. He's an underrated champion when, you know, in terms of conversation starter. You know, most people don't really go to Pantoja as the guy, but, you know, they brought in a new guy, lots of hype. Asakura submitted him, handled, defeated Moreno and Royval, going on to his 5th title defense. I just don't see an area where he's outmatched or Kai is superior, right? I don't see it. I think Pantoja will be able to handle the outputs. I think he'll be able to survive. I think he'll look to control Kai, take him down, sort of ground and pound him, look for a submission. I think he succeeds. Give me the champ, and still with a submission in the 4th round against Kai Kara France. Now to the main event of the evening, the people's fight, right? The one that I'm personally more torn about. Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. I mean, I have to be honest, I am a big fan of Charles. I love to see the improvement in him. He had a run not too long ago that was, I mean, I was hyped for it. I really liked it. I mean, you know, right now he grew from being a reputation of maybe being inconsistent, knocking out Poirier, Gaethje, right? He beat Michael Chandler twice, and no disrespect to Chandler, but that's not really saying much, right? After beating Poirier, he handled Dariush, sorry, or he handled Dariush, and then lost to Islam. You know, you had Arman, and I thought if that fight against Arman is a 5-round fight, he wins. I just don't think in 3 rounds his submission attempts did enough to give him a lot of credit. Now you put a missile in front of him. I mean, come on, Ilia Topuria needs no introduction. If you watch the UFC, you know this man destroys whoever is in front of him. I mean, he is dropping people consistently. He's gonna look to press you. He's moving forward. He's not going backwards. He's gonna explode body shots, headshots, combinations. And he wants Charles. He wants him to come forward. He wants the exchange. He has full belief that once his hands land on Charles's face, he's shutting his lights off. And how can I disagree? I mean, he's displayed this over and over and over again. Right now, the general consensus is that Topuria is going to win by KO in the first. Really, I think that's the favorite prediction right now, and it's because of how damn powerful he is. You know, based on the fact that you see Charles, he gets rocked every fight. I mean, sometimes I'm nervous as hell, but he drops down, right? And in the previous fights, he drops down, kind of goes to that jujitsu, and no one ever goes down to the ground with him. But supposedly, Topuria's got a decent ground game, and I can see him going for the TKO, ground and pound, right? I could see that, especially if he hurts Charles. I think Charles has a chance to win if it goes longer than 3 rounds. I think if he's able to establish some calf kicks, slow Ilia down, if he's able to recover or handle Topuria's big shots, the power, if he's able to clinch, use his knees to the body, and I mean, I keep saying if, and I could keep saying if because there's a lot of ifs, which is why he's the underdog, right? It's why a lot of people have him losing, and that's what has me conflicted. You know, Ilya is that train that can't be stopped, and Charles is a technical fighter, an entertaining fighter, a fighter that will submit you, knock you out. I mean, he brings it. So my brain says Ilya wins by knockout, but my heart says Charles wins, and I'm gonna go official prediction. Fuck it. Oliveira wins in a huge upset by submission. As always, I appreciate you tuning in. A like, a follow, a comment, sub, all that good stuff goes a long way. Very much appreciated. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.